Hello and welcome to Soul in Balance, and in this video we will be going over Venus in Partner's third house. Now, despite what everybody else is saying, I actually think this is a lot more deeply felt than what others have had to say about this aspect. Now, if we quickly go over the third house is communication, learning, siblings. It represents the twins, and we also see the Lover's card in tarot. It also represents daily travel, commuting. It also represents duality and the trickster. So, there's a lot more here. And the sign of Gemini is a lot more deeper than what we realize. It's not as fickle and fake and superficial as what most people think. So and especially because it's the Lovers in tarot, this does represent that duality, that those two energies coming together, the twins. So another thing that like the mind controls everything. So, and then we are also in a time, in an era where everything is more digital, everything is more about mental stimulation, and also we're coming into the age of Aquarius, which is the higher octave of Uranus, which is the higher octave of Mercury, which is the ruler of that third house. So I do feel like this is more deeply a deeper connection than people think. And I also have Venus in the third house in Leo, so I actually personally know this myself. So I just want to first off say is a lot of the times when somebody's Venus falls in our third house, that person can feel like family, feel like a sibling, like they might feel like a twin or your brother or your sister. You do have this family feeling about the person, and you just have this amazing way of communicating and connecting with each other. I would even say to some point, even this psychic connection, this telepathic connection, like finishing each other's sentences and know what each other is going to say or what each other is thinking. It's a very mentally stimulating position. So you might find that both people are very much in their mind about each other when they're not together, or even when they are together. But it also brings up in a good way too is, being able to make each other laugh, because Gemini is the trickster. Like I know I knew a person and their Venus was in my third house, and they were so funny. Like I literally would just want to wet my pants. Even in public, I could not stop laughing. Like it's just a really great placement to have great communication, to laugh, to connect, and have mutual interest. You'll probably find that even your learning styles are the same. You'll have the same interests. You could be a conspiracy theorist and you both get into conspiracy theories, or, maybe it's spirituality or whatever it is, or maybe it's crypto, whatever the interest is, there's a mutual interest in learning about something. So this is really great too. So you're learning and you're growing together. Another one I would have to say is you love the way each other communicates. So I found personally when people were in my third house, especially because my Venus is there as well, I love the way that person would talk, the sound of their voice, the way they communicate. I've even noticed with a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, when I've looked at their birth chart, they have aspects in my third house. So, I love the way they talk, the way they express themselves. So you'll find that as well. Like when Venus is in partner's third house, that you both love the way each other communicates or talks, or the sound of each other's voice. It's very much a turn on, very much a stimulation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be speaking. It could be, what you write. It could be poetry. It could be songs that you share. And like, even when you're not speaking to each other, just you have songs that, remind you of each other. It's very, very mentally and very mental and connected position to have Venus. And also you'll probably find with this placement that, you and your partner will text a lot or have long texts. You probably even might even have like sexting or sending photos, naked photos to each other and stuff like that. Well, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Yeah, so this is just, I don't know, I think this is really great. And another awesome thing as well is, because it's the house of commuting and daily travel and stuff like that, this person's also really great to go shopping with, just to do things around the house and, just like travel to like little things and do things together, because it is kind of the house of teamwork. So I feel like this placement's quite good because you have this beautiful mental connection. This person can also feel like a brotherly, sisterly, twin connection feeling. And also, you just love the way each other expresses themselves and the way each other talk or their interests and things like that. It's just a beautiful connection. And I think sometimes this connection can be a lot deeper if it's, say, in the sign of Scorpio, because Scorpio likes to dive deep. And if Mercury's there, if it's in the third house and someone's Venus, they definitely love to talk about taboo subjects or trauma issues or psychological stuff, So I would say don't listen to people that say that this is purely just a superficial placement for Venus, because it definitely is not in any way, shape or form. What's another thing? But I think what lessons we need to learn here is I feel like maybe issues might come up. A partner might trigger issues relating to siblings. Like we always attract partners that remind us of a family member. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a sibling, and some kind of situation we need to work out. So we might find that, our partner either maybe enhances our relationship with our siblings, or could decrease our relationship with our siblings, or also, trigger us in ways that our siblings triggered us. So we have to finally, learn that lesson. So another thing too is that Gemini also represents the trickster. And, with this happy, positive side, there's also a shadow side. And this can also mean like, people with heavy Gemini in their chart, or Mercury in Gemini, anything to do with the third house, is that, people can say nasty things when, like, in the heat of the moment. So this can be an aspect where somebody can be quite nasty or say quite nasty things. It depends on the situation, but this is a possibility. And just if, that both people, not just a house person, not just a Venus person, both people, when they're upset, when the tables turn, which they do because it's Gemini, it's the twins, it's two minds, when that mind changes or shifts, that you do still respect that connection. Like, it's always really great to be honest about how you feel, but we can always say how we feel or express how we feel in a nicer way. It doesn't always have to be in the heat of the moment. So just be mindful that this is a placement where, nasty things can come out during arguments or, things like that. So, but that's about it really. It is a very nice, fun, happy placement. It can be very lighthearted and, really great for learning and having fun and, talking and expressing ourselves, but also it can be quite deep as well. So I'd just say that just see how it goes for yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. But thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.